Hello, I'm Brian Baber, and I am here today to talk with you about pantries. Pantries are kind of like a closet for your kitchen, and they have evolved over the years. If you go into some older homes, you open the pantry door, and maybe it's just a row of shelves, maybe not much bigger than a coat closet. And now they've actually developed into being full rooms. I know in our current model home, we've got a refrigerator in there, there's shelf space, there's countertop space, there's a window. And it's actually built into the cabinets. So you enter the pantry through what looks like cabinets, and it's a full-size door. You go in there and you can set all your stuff down. So there's a lot of things to consider when you're thinking about the location for the pantry. One, obviously it's close to the kitchen, but two, another thing to take in consideration is how close is it to the garage? If you're parking in the garage and coming in through the garage door, are you having to track all the way across the house to get to where your pantry is, where you're going to be setting everything down? Another thing to think about are electrical outlets, the size of the shelving, what all you're going to be keeping in there. There's so many little extra appliances that people have these days that having an extra space to put those that's easy to get to, or maybe even to use in the pantry. Maybe you have some special appliances that you have some countertop space, and having, rather than it being in the main kitchen where it's always out, you can leave it in the pantry, on the countertop in the pantry, if it's more of a walk-in style. So definitely some things to think about. People are looking for larger now, more so than smaller. And so something to consider is, if you're on a budget, look at maybe allocating the space, and maybe you could start with wire shelving, and then down the road you could upgrade to some more of a custom closet type shelving. But anyway, just planning for the space is probably one of the most important things as you're considering to build. So again, refrigerators are big in there, having that extra space, an ice maker in there. So anyway, hopefully this was helpful. I wrote the blog to accompany this, and so there's a lot more detail in the written portion of it. But if you'd like to discuss it any further, happy to talk with you, and would be love to show you our model home where you could see what it looks like to have the pantry integrated into the kitchen cabinets too. That's kind of become one of our signature things that we do. So anyway, have a great day. Thank you again. Bye.